Hey everybody, I'm Casey. I'm a current music major at FAU Boca Raton campus. I'm also director of publicity, aka social media manager for our school's record label on the Boca Raton campus. And I just wanted to give you some information about the label if you don't know already. We are a student-run nonprofit organization that looks for students, alumni, or faculty to be able to record and release a song through our label. So this helps people with their original songs or helping to get their music out there. We have 2 state-of-the-art studios, and hopefully they will be up and running next semester like usual. And so if somebody doesn't have equipment or they don't really know where to get started, but they have a lot of talent, we will help them. We have a whole team of students and staff that are engineers, songwriters, vocalists, producers that play instruments, so we can do live recordings, and it's just such an awesome experience, and I'm really glad to be a part of it. And I also wanted to talk to you guys about our Atlantic Idol competition. So sounds very similar to American Idol because it's literally the same thing, just by us, and we call it Atlantic Idol because we're Florida Atlantic. And so the whole concept of it is, for example, what we did last year, which was our first semester. We did about 3 or 4 weeks. I forget because it's been so long. But we did about 3 or 4 weeks. We had the competition run on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you would sign up and you would come in and do your auditions. And every night, we had it for 10 nights, I believe it was. We had one person from each audition night advance to the top 10. And we had them perform a different song, so they could either sing or rap. And from there, we picked our top 3. And it was such an awesome opportunity. We set up a stage by the pop-up food truck in the breezeway. We had food available. There was drinks for 21 and up. It was such an amazing time. It was really fun. And we throw events like this all the time. And so we decided to start doing this because we wanted to find more people, and it's such a fun experience, to be able to do something like American Idol, especially at school. So we had amazing prizes for our top 3, and we actually recorded and we have released 2 of their songs. We're still working on the 3rd one. Everything's been crazy because of COVID and whatnot, so it's been a little slow, but we're getting a lot better. And then this year, what we did is we did it virtually. So luckily we were able to do it, and thanks to Zoom and all the technology that we were able to learn over the year, we were able to do the competition again. And this way, the way that we did it was we did it on Instagram. So you would post on your profile as your submission of a song or rapping or whatever you wanted to do, and you would tag us. So we had the competition. We extended it for a little bit because it was harder for us to get, people to reach out to and kind of get it marketed and whatnot. So from there, we had about 17 people, which is pretty impressive. We picked the top 10 from there. We had them send us a second video. And then from there, we picked the top 5, and we decided to do a Zoom call, a recorded Zoom call, so we could have that live experience of a live performance. And we had our judges because we wanted just to make it as genuine and almost like as realistic as we could, having to do it online. So we're just honestly so grateful to be able to have pulled this off, and it's been such a great experience. There's so many talented people, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. So I'm gonna let the team take it over.
Hello and welcome to our finale of Atlantic Idol. My name is Alejandro Sanchez Samper. I'm faculty advisor to Hoot Wisdom Recordings, and I'm very proud of our students who organized and put together this amazing virtual competition. So we're very happy to say that our students on the Hoot Wisdom board were very diligent and were able to get some really cool prizes donated from some very important sponsors. So I'm going to go over the prizes right now. So for our runner-ups, you are going to be receiving a $50 gift card to Sazio, a Texas Roadhouse gift card, a Chipotle dinner for 2 gift card, Tijuana Flats $10, I believe, and a $10 Hooters card as well. So congratulations to our runner-ups, which we will find out who they are at the end of this competition. For our 3rd prize, very exciting, we have a $75 gift card from Sweetwater. Sweetwater is an online music store, and so hopefully with this you'll be able to buy some recording equipment. Very exciting. Also, a $50 gift card to Sazio, a $25 Publix gift card, and also Tijuana Flats, $10 to Tijuana Flats. For our second prize, we have an amazing Focusrite interface courtesy of Focusrite, a $100 Sweetwater gift card, a $50 gift certificate to Sazio, $25 Publix gift card, and again, $10 gift card for Tijuana Flats. And for our grand prize, our first prize winner of this competition, we have an amazing PreSonus recording package courtesy of PreSonus, a $50 Sweetwater card, $30 gift card to Rotelli, $30 gift card to the diner, $25 gift card for Publix, and Tijuana Flats $10 card, and a $25
So, Danny,
gift card to Duffy's.
congratulations on making it to the top
Congratulations
10.
to our
Thank you so
contestants,
much.
and let the
And
show
you were
begin.
our fan favorite.
Yes.
So exciting. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Daniela Moon Sapovitz, but my friends like to call me Danny Moon. I was born and raised in Boca Raton, Florida, and I've been taking singing lessons since I was 5, but I've been writing music since I was in 3rd grade. I have actually the same songbook that I have written every song in from when I was 3rd grade till now. Singing has always been my passion, and just like doing music and also dancing and acting as well. I am a musical theater. It's just always been something I've loved to do ever since I was born, and I'm so grateful to just be here today and to perform one of my original songs for you guys.
That's awesome. I think that answered like 2 of our other questions, but I'll ask another one anyway. How did you get started in music? Like, was there any specific moment where you like knew you wanted to do music?
So my dad has always been like kind of like a rock and roll type of guy, and he was very into music. So when my brother and I were very young, my parents just like always brought music into our lives. We started lessons when we were young because my dad thought it was very important for us to have music. And then I just started doing like theater camps and other stuff like that. And I love just like live performing. So that also really got me into it. Yeah, and then I don't know, I just heard songs on the radio and I wanted to write my own. So that's what I did.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So tell us, why did you enter this competition?
So someone posted about it, and I was really like interested and intrigued. I'm a freshman, so I didn't know that there was any sort of singing competition, and I saw an opportunity to perform and I grabbed it. I haven't really been able to perform a lot because of COVID, and it's really nice that I get to have like a platform to share my like original stuff, because I haven't really been able to like show people some of my original work.
Awesome. Yeah, you kind of touched on it too. So like if you win, what do you really hope to kind of get out of this?
Honestly, just like what do you mean by that?
I mean, you like mentioned the platform. Obviously, we've talked about how like with winning, you're gonna get to record one of your original songs through Wisdom, and also just in general, like what are your plans? What are your hopes for like if you win? And obviously you're gonna win if you'd win some awesome prizes as well. So I don't know, just how you feel about the whole experience and like what you'd hope.
It's definitely an amazing opportunity. I've been wanting to start like my like artist career, and this will definitely help so much. I've already like have like some tracks produced for like the songs that I wrote, so I just need that like extra step to like release things and like really get my stuff out there. I put a lot of like love and emotion into these songs, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to them. So, you know, spreading that music, spreading that love, I believe will bring a lot of like people happy, like happiness. Yeah, and that's basically it. Just like that, like doing what I love to do, and like I'm just like really happy to be in this competition, and yeah.
That's awesome. I think that pretty much covers like the whole anxious interview process. But yeah, just introduce your song and feel free to go ahead when you're ready.
Okay. So I am going to perform an original song that I wrote called Dancing with Somebody New. It is supposed to be like an 80s pop kind of song, but this is the more like instrumental, like slower version. So I hope you guys enjoy. Saw a few of your friends down the street last night. They say you're doing just fine without me. Honestly, it kind of took me back a bit and ripped me up stitch by stitch. But I'm not staying home alone tonight. Finally gonna do something right. Got my hair done, my dress real tight, and I'm not putting up a fight. But now I'm dancing with somebody new while I'm still thinking of you. I still can't get you off my mind, but I'm trying with time. I'm not losing to you. No, 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 so I'm dancing with somebody new. The music's blaring and I feel alright, but I keep picturing you by my side. There's so many people around me, but none of them seem to compare to you. It's fine, I'll just keep moving and grooving, 'cause tonight will be my night. Now I'm dancing with somebody new, but I'm still thinking of you. I still can't get you off my mind, but I'm trying with time. No, 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 I'm not losing to you. No, 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 so I'm dancing with somebody new. Now I'm dancing with somebody new while I'm still thinking of you. I still can't get you off of my mind, but I'm trying with time. No, 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 I'm not losing to you. No, 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 so I'm dancing with somebody new. Thank you.
Bravo. Really nice.
Thank you so much.
I really love your confidence. I love that you brought to this competition an original tune. We could definitely see, or I could definitely appreciate from what you've just shown us that you are a seasoned performer, that you have, you know, just a nice, you have a beautiful voice, first of all.
Thank you.
But like your confidence is what like I really like grabbed from that performance. I mean, it's not easy trying to perform on Zoom to 3 new strangers. So congratulations, you did a beautiful job.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I really liked it. I like your voice a lot. and I was listening to the lyrics and stuff too. And I also think it's really cool that you've like kind of written out of the same like book like your whole life. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just had one question. Like, who would you compare yourself to, like, artistically? Like, who do you draw inspiration from the most?
Okay, so um I'm definitely not trying to copy this person in any shape or form, but my biggest inspiration, um, like my whole life, is definitely Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Like she is like the who inspired me to sing and like everything.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I like the song a lot. I like the melodies. I like the lyrics. Sounded really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
I totally hear that. Like, I totally hear Lady Gaga, like, in your voice. And also, you know, you mentioned you've done theater, and, you know, I also grew up doing theater, and now that I like make my own pop music, you know, you have that choice to either like let go of that side or like bring it into your music, and you definitely did it. I love that, you know your voice and you like know your range. So you said, I can do this in the bridge, I can do this in the chorus, and you allowed in your writing, you allowed your voice to just really show itself off.
Thank you so
I
much.
think that was really well done, and I like your direction a lot. I think you have, I think I don't know, I really like it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're a theater major there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And this is your first semester, right?
Yes.
Oh, so tell us about your FAU experience so far. How's it been?
I love FAU. I'm so happy. I've met incredible people. I'm really upset that, my first semester was my first year is COVID. But I actually had the chance to do in-person theater classes, and I actually got to perform in front of my class with like a group of people, like scenes from like different like Broadway shows in my theater class, and I had the most amazing experience with that, and it was so much fun. And I can't wait to just perform more next year and like have more in-person classes and meet new people and just like do like more like music and stuff like that. So I'm very happy I chose FAU for sure.
But thank you again, Danny. You did a wonderful job, and we
Thank you.
forward to seeing how you do in the competition.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Just thank you for the opportunity and letting me perform for you guys today. It means a lot. Thank you.
Hi, Roseblood.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Doing very well. I'm very excited to be
You excited to be part of the top 5?
Yes.
It's awesome. So just start by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So I've been writing music ever since I was 15. It all started the day after Christmas when my uncle drowned. It was really shocking for me, and I didn't really know how to cope. But I had started writing poetry a couple months before then, and like my cousin and I, after his funeral, wanted to figure out a way to honor him. So we decided that we wanted to like create music, like in his honor and as a way to keep him alive in our hearts. And I've just kind of always strived to make sure that my music serves a purpose and like in some way continues his legacy.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Sure. That's
Beautiful, man.
That's good. Yeah.
That's incredible, and that's awesome that like you got into it in a way that's like close to your heart, you know. So I guess I'll just ask, why did you enter this competition?
So I've been at FAU for 3 years now, and I remember the first Atlantic Idol, and I remember like Atlantic Idol it was in the borough, and I remember kind of seeing it and wanting to participate, but like I didn't feel comfortable with my singing voice, and it seemed like something that like only singers could do. And so when I saw this one and I saw that like they encouraged rappers to join, like it made it seem like something that I could finally attempt to do.
If you win this competition, what do you hope to get out of this, other than, of course, cool prizes, which we have, but besides the cool prizes?
So I've recently just started learning about like audio engineering and like mixing, and I've been like attempting to like mix my own stuff and try and record my own songs. But like it's kind of hard with the audio equipment that I have at the moment. And like I'm borrowing some like equipment from friends right now just for the performance. But like if I win this, I really hope that like I can take my music to the next level, and you know officially release a song with Hoot Wisdom. It'd be really cool to get that like that push.
Awesome. So, what will you be singing for us today? Well, rapping for us. I apologize.
Okay. So back in December, I released my debut album. And the last song on that track is called Brown Eyes. It's very dear to me. It's just a song that like kind of details how I grew up, and how I coped with self-hatred, and like just overcoming that. Like, cause I was bullied when I was younger for being black, and so it really created this negative self-image for myself. But this track kind of takes you through that process into ultimately finding a self-love.
Awesome. So, whenever you are ready, feel free to go ahead.
You opened your eyes, barely 5, beating back, but alive, only black. Kid arrived in a school full of white youth, taught to despise you. Their parents demonized you, children of the time cruel. Ain't nobody wanted wind you, ain't nobody trying to get all your dirt on my skin, she said, laughing and pointing at you while the others joined in. Face red, you didn't understand yet that your race was your sin. Instead, you just understood pain. Like when Buckley threw in punches and rushed you for speaking girls' names, and it was wrong for darkies to ever feel love and not shame. Your muddy colored eyes dripping tears down like dirty dark rain. You got the message. How could anybody want you? 2 years later and you switched schools, didn't have nobody hit you. The pain wasn't like a punch face, it was you alone at your lunch breaks. How their eyes always seem to find a way to pity you but hurry right away. How you'd go planning your escape into books and comics that could not relate to your life, filled with characters a bit too light. And once again you had made up your mind that you'd be better without darker eyes. The life you lived wasn't worth a try, left alone on the sidelines. No one wanted to be touched by the ugly kid who was a bit shy or a lot shy. You told yourself you would not cry, locked your pain deep up inside, begging God to let you be white and praying daily not to waste time. But you faced time and soon you had grown, never really felt you had a place for your own home. 14, doing anything, trying to get some things on your phone, writing poetry about fantasies of you sorry not alone. Couldn't see the necessity, telling broken stories like your own. Who'd want it? You were just another loser who could not undo his trauma, real despondent. Nothing valued from your wandering, black stroke on a blank page. Erased yourself and wrote your own cage. You didn't care who you really were, as long as you could finally be heard. Plum of love looked into her eyes and knew she saw you as more than some shrugged off wasted space. You'd talk into space, how you both came from a past that damaged you and made you break. How you loved her, her sprinkled tricks, an angel face. She loved her smile, you loved her grace, and she loved you. The eyes you hate were what drew her to you. The most is fate. You hurt yourself, let go. You found yourself in the night. At first you crumbled and cried. You really tried to deny whatever the others might lie. But once again, 20 years of age, looked into the mirror. And for the first time, I saw myself in my eyes as something I was proud of. I didn't see the hatred or the fear. All I saw was a loving, warm, brown glow. Thank you.
Man, that moved me in a deep way, so thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, man. I was listening to the lyrics and stuff too, and it even like, not even, obviously the lyrics are insane, but like the flow too, just everything. And I don't even really like listen to, like, I don't know rap that well, but like I know that the flow was there and like everything was just it was so like it was so coherent together. It all just worked together and it just sounded really good. So I like
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was kind of choking up a little at the end.
Yeah, no, yeah, we could, yeah, I could tell. And like, honestly, like, I'm like weirdly proud of you. Like, I just think, it's so obvious, like Professor Sanchez said, that like where you're writing is coming from such a real and honest place and something that like we'll never understand. And that's just how it is. And I think it's so beautiful and your execution, like I really just felt the emotion through it. It sounded so clean. Even though you flubbed, like it was just part of it. Like it didn't matter because it was part of the whole like experience. Like I'd call it an experience more than anything. I think it was really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Definitely beautiful. The flow, man, the flow. I loved how it flows. And, I always appreciate in, especially when somebody's rapping, when you don't have to use curse words just to get your point across, So, I mean, in other words, not everything has to rhyme with a 4-letter word. And, so the flow of that, but I mean, the story, just the story, the message, it's beautiful, man. You got a really nice gift, and like I said, putting yourself out there with all your vulnerabilities, just man, that's art. That's what it is. It's art. So, congratulations. So, what are you studying at FE? What's your major?
Communications.
Great. And what semester are you in communications?
So I'm going to be graduating in December, but like it's technically my third year.
Hello, Presley. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. We're good. You excited to be part of the top 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So we're just going to start, just to feel comfortable. We're going to talk to you a little bit. We're just going to start by having you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So I'm from Orlando, Florida, born and raised. I've been pursuing music ever since I was pretty little. I was singing for my church, getting into worship groups, doing a lot of voice competitions through my church. And then I went into high school and I started to do more theatrical shows, and really fell in love with like performing. So all through high school, I was doing the same things, going to camps, working for the Lord, doing everything I could to like pursue my passion for music. So I started writing songs. This summer coming into college, I started writing some songs based off of some personal experiences that were hurting me and everything. And I actually last weekend was when I first wrote my actual completed song. I was like on my way back to Orlando from Boca, and I was like listening to all these covers, and I was like, you know what? Like, why am I listening to all of this beautiful music when I could be listening to my own? So I wrote my own song. I'm not singing that today, but I'm trying to work on it and get it out there because music is really, I feel like, what we need right now during COVID and everything. I feel like this whole situation is so hard for so many people. And I feel like music really can speak through that. And for me, that's worship music. So today I'm going to be singing The Real Me by Natalie Grant. It's been with me ever since I was a kid. I was bullied a lot through high school, and just I went through a lot of traumatic things, and like worship was kind of my only way to feel fulfilled and feel like loved in that way. So I just really turned to worship music, and I fell in love with the song. This song was my first ever performed song when I was in 8th grade, my first big competition, and I won with it. And it was, ever since then, it's been my go-to, not even competition song, just anything. And right now I feel like it's a really important time in my life. I'm going through a lot that I feel like I wanted to do a worship song because it really just speaks through me. And yeah.
That's awesome. Do you think you want to write worship music, or you think you want to just kind of like tell your own stories?
So I think I kind of want to do both. I really have always been really into country and jazz and like all different types. But I really think that worship music speaks through me. But also, I feel like any way of singing for me is a way of worship. So I kind of just make it my own. But I do want to write both. I kind of want to write everything, honestly. I want to dive into all the categories. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
thank
Was
you.
there any like specific instance where you knew you wanted to like get into music? Like, do you remember anything specifically where you were like, oh, that's what I want to do?
Yes, actually. Um, so I, when I was like about 5 years old, I had my Aunt Beth, who was like this such an inspirational singer, and like I just looked up to her in so many ways. And we'd always watch The Voice together, and we'd always like, you know, we'd always just sing together. And I remember my mom would have like a crap ton of people over, like, I mean, hundreds of people over. She'd be like, come listen to my little girl sing, like all this stuff. And so they would all come and they'd set up chairs, and like I'd have like a little microphone and a little karaoke. And I would sing this song, and I would also sing Stronger by Sarah Evans. And I remember she pulled me over aside and she was like, I really think that this is something that you need to pursue. You perform like no one I've ever seen. You are so involved in your music. You're so involved, and it's your passion. And she was also really big into church and everything too. And she was like, I hear the Lord speaking through you, and this is what you're made to do. This is your purpose. And so from then I was like, just so amazed and was so excited. And sadly, about like 2 years after that, she actually passed away. So that I guess took a little bit of toll on my music career. And I was kind of like, 11, 12, I was kind of like, I don't want to do this. So I tried dance and everything else. And I was like, I eventually wrote a song about that and then came back into it. Tried out for American Idol, tried out for The Voice. Both were like, maybe next season. And I was like, you know what? Keep trying, keep going, Presley. So I've just had that motivation ever since I was a kid. I've been through so much with my music career, but I'm here for it. Here for it.
Cool. Thank you for sharing. Why did you enter this competition? And if you win, what do you hope to get out of this?
So why did I want to join this competition? Is that what you asked? Well, so at first I was in the women's choir, and like I was doing everything for my voice major. And I had heard about this on Instagram, and the one Zoom call you were on, Sanchez, and I was like asking so many questions. I don't know if you remember, but I was like, oh, like, what do we have to do? Like, I'm really interested, because I feel like going into a new university, it's overwhelming. You don't know everyone. You don't know all the talent. You're overwhelmed, and you're like, I don't know, how am I going to get my music out there? How am I going to do this? So when I heard about this competition, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a perfect opportunity. And even if I don't win, it's honestly truly like a blessing just to be in the top 5 and literally just to sing and get music out there. And I feel like if I did win, hope to gain out of it would just be like to really just get get a good start on my career and get my own music out there, because that has been what I've been wanting to do ever since I was a kid. And I know that's what a lot of people say, but like, it's just, it's there. And so yeah, that's about it. I'm just so excited.
Awesome. Well, Presley, if you could do us a favor, just like reintroduce the song, just so it just right before you go into it, and then whenever you're ready, be our guest.
Hi, my name is Presley Foster, and today I will be singing The Real Me by Natalie Grant. Foolish heart, looks like we're here again. Same old game, but a plastic smile. Don't let anybody in. Hiding my heartache. Will this glass house break? How much will they take before I'm empty? Do I let it show? Does anybody know? but you see the real me, hiding in my skin, broken from within. Unveil me completely. I'm loosening my grasp. There's no need to mask my frailty, 'cause you see the real me. Painted on, life is behind a mask. Self-inflicted circus clown. I'm tired of this song and dance, living a charade. I'm always on parade. What a mess I made of my existence, but you love me even now, and still I see somehow that you see the real me, hiding in my skin, broken from within. Unveil me completely. I'm loosening my grasp. There's no need to mask my frailty, 'cause you see the real me. Wonderful, beautiful is what you see when you look at me. You're turning the tattered fabric of my life into a perfect tapestry. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, I just wanna be me. I wanna be me. But you see the real me, hiding in my skin, broken from within. Unveil me completely, oh Father. I'm loosening my grasp. There's no need to mask my frailty, 'cause you see the real me, and you love me just as I am. Wonderful, beautiful is what you see when you look at me.
Wow. You brought tears to my eyes, I'm telling you. If this were if this were an audition, like a video audition for a musical theater part, you would get this part. I mean, because you not only sang from the heart, but you performed it. And like I said, I have tears in my eyes. That,
Oh my God,
that
almost
already
cried.
tells you. I mean, that like really like reached deep down inside. So congratulations, that was beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I really liked it a lot, and I like the tone of your voice, especially like in the quieter parts, and then like you have this like kind of growl thing when you like kind of hit those higher notes that I really liked. Yeah, I think it was like a perfect song for your voice too. Um,
You.
and like I've done a little bit of like worship music in the past too, and you really like you can tell that it's coming from the heart, and it sounded really good. So I like it.
Thank you so much.
I think that's really it, is like something, it's so easy to just sing beautifully when it's authentic and when it's just something that you really care about. And like that's something I've always done, is I've always just made sure that what I'm saying means something. Right. And so because I think since you love worship music, I think whether or not you end up writing worship music or a combination or whatever, I think having something and singing for such a purpose that means so much to you will relay in your music no matter what. And so just make sure you take that with you, because it's so beautiful. And your voice was awesome. Like Jacob said, I loved those quiet moments and like where you just got choked up and you could just hear it. Like those are the moments that bring tears to people's eyes and like give them chills. And I really enjoyed it. Congrats, Presley.
Thank you so much, guys. That really means a lot. I'm glad you guys could feel the emotion too. Cause woo, I was feeling it. I was about to cry too. I was like, don't cry. Well, I love that song. That song, the words are just, I feel like they have such a deep meaning that can honestly like relate to anyone, you know?
Awesome.
It doesn't even have to be religious either. That's the thing. Like it could literally be about a guy that sees the real you, or it could be your mom or your dad or your grandma, like literally everyone. But like everyone interprets songs different ways. But the way that I was just like, this song, like I literally feel the Lord speaking through me in the song. And like as I'm singing, it's like my girlfriends and everything, they're like, oh my gosh, that's like, and they start crying too, because they're like, how do you like make a song and you just bring so like yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Presley. Have an awesome night.
See you guys too. Bye.
Take care. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Hello, Muna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Real quick, because I can already tell. Can you turn the reverb down on your mic a bit? Not like it doesn't have to be off, but just like down. So it's not like only reverb.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. That's better. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Are you excited to be part of the top 5?
Of course.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna start. We're just gonna talk to you. Just a little chat, real quick.
Okay.
So just go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Muna, obviously. It's Arabic, it means wish and desire. I graduated from FAU December of 2020, which is exciting. I start nursing school next month. And yeah, I just do music on the side for fun because I love it. So
love that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. All right, so the next question is, how did you get started in music? Or did you have like any specific instance where like you knew like, oh, like I want to do music more in my life? Like whether it was like a specific moment or...
So I started singing when I was like 8. Main inspiration was Alicia Keys. I listened to Alicia Keys and I like loved her. And then when I started out in middle school, you know, I joined chorus. From there, high school, I did show choir. I did opera for 2 years. And I just kind of fell in love with it. So it's just something that I like picked up and I just kept practicing over time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So sorry, I'm just switching here. I like try to unpin and pin and, you know, try to work the here as well as far as doing this. So Muna, why did you enter this competition? And if you win, what do you hope to get out of this?
So I entered, I feel like I haven't gotten out of my like comfort zone with music. I've kind of just done, you know, just on the side, like YouTube and stuff like that. I've never really actually gone for it to see if anything can come about of it. So yeah, so I hopefully, if I do, I want to start recording my own music because the song I'm singing today is a song that I wrote. So I've been really into writing music and I hope to do that like professionally one day. Yeah, so the song I wrote, it's called Liar Liar. And yeah, so I'll just play it for you. You thought, didn't see you coming home at 6 a.m. But I know you were just hanging with a couple of friends. Spare me the story of how your car broke down, 'cause I see straight through your stupid frown. I wrote it all down, every single mistake. Now I can say that you're a liar, liar, pants on fire and you know it. I never wanna be the girl you really need. Liar, 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 don't start crying. The boy who cried wolf would be so sure. Whoa, you're a bitch, wrecking shit, and I hate you now. Pack it back, don't come back, take a train right out. Pinocchio was a better life than you. No, you lost me, but I got nothing to lose. Move on. Stop texting me every day of the week. I don't wanna see another Snapchat streak. You're a damn fool. Who thought you could play me? Now I'm playing you. Sit down. Someone will love me better than you. I wrote it all down, every single mistake. Now I can say that you're a liar, liar, pants on fire, and you know it. I never wanna be the girl you really need. Liar, 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 don't start crying. The boy who cried a wolf would be so sure. You're a bitch with your shit, and I hate you now. Pack it back, don't come back, take a train right out. Pinocchio was a better life than you know. You lost me, but I got nothing to lose. Maybe I was a little too harsh, because you broke my heart. No, I'm just kidding. You really do suck, and everyone should know that you're a liar, liar, pants on fire, you know it. I never wanna be the girl you really need. No, liar, 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 don't start crying. The boy who cried a wolf would be so sure. No, you're a bitch with your shit, and I hate you now. Pack it back, don't come back, take a train right out. Pinocchio was a better life than you know. You lost me, but I got nothing to lose. That's it. Thank you.
Wow, that was real nice.
Thanks.
So you have such a smooth and rich voice that I
Thank you.
love. Now, you said before that you're going to go into nursing school and then you want to do music on the side, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I think you should do nursing school and sing through nursing. I mean, are you kidding? If I were if I'm waking up from anesthesia and I hear your voice, I'm like, man, that is such a healing voice that you have. So I don't know what area of nursing you're going to want to go into, but you have such a beautiful gift that I would definitely say use it as much as you can, because it is such a healing voice you have. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like when you have a very low voice, I think, but I like it. Like you have it's very smooth and it works really well with your range. Especially when you hit those low notes. A lot of people you hear people talking about the high notes a lot, but you don't really hear people talk about the low notes, because the low notes are hard to hit. But
low notes can do so much for a song too.
Oh yeah,
the right rich tone.
Yeah, and you hit them just spot on. Super, like Sanchez was saying.
Yeah, you said Alicia Keys, right? It was one of your.
Yeah, 100%.
I can tell. It feels very Alicia Keys to me. I liked the story. I liked that you took a more childish approach with like the whole song, like with all the lyrics. I really liked it. Like it felt like the story, like you talked about Pinocchio and you talked about, just Liar Liar Pants on Fire, just in general. And it's like almost, I don't know. I see it like when analyzing it, I'm like, oh, because he's a child. But like that's just me. I don't know. But I liked it. I think you did it. I think you did a really wonderful job.
Thank you.
Hi, Anastia. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
We are fantabulous. Are you excited to be part of the top 5?
I am excited to be a part of the top 5, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity. So thank you.
We're so glad to have you. So we're gonna just talk to you a little bit at first, but go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh my gosh. So my name is Anastasia Johnson. I've been singing for as long as I can remember. I've always had a passion to sing. I actually developed it from my father. He was a former musician and vocalist. And when he passed away, I just found this connection with music that kept me in connection with my father. And it helped me to really get through a lot of things that I was going through and didn't really know how to talk about. So I started writing, and that's where the writing aspect came from. It's just me writing through some of the things that I was going through. And as I wrote and I released, it was almost like a healing for me. So, and then it just stemmed into me really wanting to pursue it professionally. And the rest is pretty much history.
Yeah, that's awesome. Was there any like specific instance or moment like in where you knew like music is what you wanted to do in your life?
For me, I kind of always knew that music was something that I always wanted to do. As far as professionally, it really came when I was a child and I stepped foot on a stage. I remember singing in church. And from that point on, I was always very shy and very timid, but there was something about me when I got on the stage that was just a whole nother aspect of who I was. I felt alive. I loved it. And so I kind of had this love-hate relationship. Many musicians and artists probably have this problem, this love-hate relationship, because as an artist, as a musician, it's very near and dear to your heart. So you struggle with the aspect of wanting to just do it because you love it, and then wanting to do it as a career and actually building into something more. So you kind of have this battle. And for me, I knew that the two worlds had collided for me when I had a wonderful opportunity back in 2017. I won the Apollo Theater, Making a Star competition in New York. And when I stepped on that stage, I was like, this is it. This is everything that I had been running from was in that moment. And it wasn't about the crowd. It wasn't about the audience. It wasn't about who was clapping. It was really about what made me feel alive and what I really wanted to truly do for the rest of my life. And so that to me was like my defining moment.
Wow, that's awesome. So why did you enter this competition? And if you win, what do you hope to get out of this?
Well, number one, I entered the competition because I don't feel like there's any opportunity that you should miss. I was actually excited when I found out about the competition. Any reason to get me to sing is awesome. Everything that's been going on with the pandemic and a lot of things that have been happening, it's been a strange world for all of us. And this was just a way for me to reconnect and really be able to get back into music and really be able to connect, not just on a social side, but more on a side where I can be able to express myself and really get back out there again. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to join the competition. And then if I do win the competition, I'm hoping that this will give me an opportunity to continue the platform that I'm building with my music, to be able to continue to network and possibly work along with FAU and maybe do some really cool things.
Nice, thank you.
Do you have any originals out already, or?
I do have a few originals that I released a long time ago. And then back in 2019, I released something called Surrender. And that to me was the breaking point of coming back into music, because I told you about that love-hate relationship that I had been battling with when it came to music. And so Surrender was really laying it all out on the table and really just saying, God, I trust you in this process. You've given me this gift, you've given me this talent, and the only thing that you require from me is to use it. And so it's not for me to have it all figured out or know how it's going to happen, but for me to really use it. And so for me, that song kind of set the platform for all the other songs that came. And after I released that song, I didn't do a grand release or anything like that. I just really let it go. It was really more of a spiritual release. And when I let that song go, I was flooded and overwhelmed with songs that I had just started writing and writing. It was just the craziest thing for me. I had just ended up writing about 7 songs and in the studio recording, and it was just such an amazing experience for me. So, and tonight I'm actually going to sing an original for you guys. So I'm excited about that too. And that was one of the songs I wrote in that transition.
Awesome. And if you don't mind me asking, just because I don't know, what's your connection with FAU?
So I'm a student at FAU. I'm a music student. I'm majoring in music and I'm minoring in psychology. And I know it's sort of a strange little mix there, but actually it really connects. You know, music is just a universal language. It connects us all together. And so through that, I want to be able to use the music with the psychology piece and eventually open up my own practice of music therapy, but in a non-traditional sense.
Sure, it's definitely healing in so many ways, whether that's for
Absolutely.
artists, people listening, you know, in all the ways. So
yeah,
that's awesome. So go ahead and introduce your song, and then whenever you're ready, feel free to get started. Who do you have with you?
So I have one of my very good friends. His name is Maya. He's a pianist. He's absolutely amazing, and he decided to join me tonight so that we can make this an experience that you'll hopefully never forget.
Awesome. Yeah,
and
so
the
just song, and yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So the song that I'm going to sing is called Better. And it's really challenging each person that listens to it and hear it to really work on yourself. A lot of the times we get wrapped up in life trying to become better for other people or trying to become better because we feel that we need to do something in order to be accepted. And it's really just saying, you know what, it's okay if you want to get better for yourself. It's okay if you want to focus on yourself. You know, I don't know if you fly a lot, but if you do, there's a part in the safety where they say, in the event that the cabin pressure changes, put the mask on yourself first. And you would ask, why would you put the mask on yourself first? Wouldn't that seem selfish if you had your children or, you know, someone that you love next to you? But in reality, if you're not better for yourself, you'll never be better for anyone else. And so this song is written from that standpoint of becoming better for myself. Better know the truth or else you believe a lie. Oh, better stand for something or else you fall despite it. Your best efforts to try getting better, better. Don't wanna be bitter, bitter. Working on me, getting better, better. At loving me every day a little better. This time for me, oh, 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 oh. Getting better for me. True love in the making, love story in the making. I'm learning how to love me. Each day a little better than the day before. Falling in love with me more and more. Taking the time I need to be the best version of me. Quit playing the hero to everyone else. Became the superhero I needed myself. Putting in the effort, this time we'll be better, 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 better. Oh, better, better, better. You got to be better for yourself. You gotta be better for yourself. Better, 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 better for me, for you. We gotta do better. We got to do better. Oh, we come better for me, for you, and better, better. little snippet of it. Thank you.
Bravo. Love it.
Thank you, thank you. I don't want to give you too much because I want you to anticipate the actual release of the song.
Nice, nice. No, that was really, really nice. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
and I love the introduction. Putting on the mask on you. That I mean, like, what a great setup to a really nice song. So, thank you for doing that. Um, and it is so true. If we don't love ourselves, it's very hard to express and love others with that. So, like I said, beautiful message on a song. And so, did you already record that song? Is it already?
Yes, I have already recorded it. Set to release it in June. So we're just
Okay.
working out some of the details and stuff like that. It's, being an independent musician, sometimes it takes a little bit of time when it
Tell
comes
us
to
about it. Yeah.
Yes. So this is an awesome opportunity just for me to be able to share my heart, with you all and with anybody who's going to be watching this, and also, maybe do some type of collaborative work or networking and, stuff like that. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. You got a very nice voice. It's very smooth, and obviously you hit the runs like dead on. Crazy good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and like Sanchez was saying, I loved the message and the introduction. Kind of just set the whole song up. Yeah, I digged it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I really loved it. Who would you say are some of your musical inspirations?
Oh man, I know for me growing up, I remember my mom buying me a karaoke machine when I was a kid, and it had a little tape that came with it, and Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You" was on that, and Mariah Carey, "I Will Always Be Your Baby." And I remember just loving their voices, the tone, the control, the quality of it. And so for me, Whitney Houston has always been a huge inspiration for me, and Mariah Carey as well.
Yeah, that's really awesome. This song's like obviously like slower, more mellow. Would you say like you're trying to stay in like a slower, more mellow side, and like all your stuff's more like R&B, like jazzy, soulful, like that, or like how would you describe like your other stuff?
Well, I like to categorize my stuff as alternative soul. And so for me, I know like I have a very soulful voice. So I tend to, be able to flow over anything with the soul. I don't stick exactly to soulful stuff. It really just depends on how I feel when I'm writing. And so I know there was a point where I was writing a lot of mellow stuff, and I thought that there was like an issue or a problem with me. And it was like, no, you have to write it until you write it out. And once you write it out, you'll get inspired. But I also did realize too that it's really good to collaborate, because you're able to collaborate and, draw from other people. There's something like, that maybe I'm not seeing because I'm doing something the exact same. So I do like to work with other people. I'm actually with the writers group that I work with in Atlanta. And so that's a lot of collaborative writing. So I do a lot of writing that's collaborative, and that really pushes me and stretches me to a different realm as well.
I'm in Atlanta. Let's connect. Okay. Anyway, but I thought it was a great performance. I thought it was a beautiful song. I think your message is something that like you have to learn it, and that's something that hearing a song like this is so beautiful, because it makes you stop and really think about it and say, hey, like you're right. I do need to do this for myself. I do need to focus, because there's only one me. Like everyone else in your life, unfortunately, like disappears, and whether that's for a sad reason or not, but you can only take this moment in this exact time to just focus on yourself. And I loved it. Congratulations. Thank you so much to everyone who watched our second season of Hoot Wisdom's Atlantic Idol. After a judge deliberation, we have finally determined our top 3, what you've all been waiting for. Take it away, Jacob.
Third place, we have Danny Moon.
Second place, we have Presley May.
I'm loosening my cause. There's no need to mask my frailty.
And in first place, drum roll, please. Roseblood.
On home, 14, doing anything, trying to get some things on your phone. Writing poetry about fantasies of you, sorry, not alone. Couldn't see the necessity.
Thank you so much, everyone. Congratulations to all the winners and congratulations to the top 5. You were all absolutely incredible. We hope to see you next time for season 3 of Atlantic Idol.